Like I'm 22, you know I'm 305. Tatted on my body, I got everybody in a job. Somebody hit the lights, camera, let me improvise. Can I get a hallelujah? More moolah, more peace for my medulla. The whole crew up, yeah. Louis Prada, Dundada, top flow, come take a ride up with the rider. I came up from the bottom, you have no idea. You can't sweat through my story. Write my name in his story. Oh, what a night, yeah. Sing it. Almost had me down, came back to life. Hell yeah, right. Who's gonna stop you now? Oh, what a night. Yeah, sing it. I can't even lie. What a time to be alive. Drinks in the sky. That's the high. Oh, what a night. Suicide doors fly, open eye, reemerge from the side like a god. I'm talking real guap. 23, 45 with the rock. I'm a lot. I am not what they think. I like it dirty. I'll be 50 with the ricochet. She threw it at me. I hit it right down the straight away. Feel like somebody put a blue pill in my lemonade. I think that's how I ended up in the bay with this pain in my head. You know I came up from the bottom. You have no idea. You can't sweat through my story. No sir, write my name in his story. Oh, what a night. Yeah, sing it. Almost had me down, came back to life. Hell yeah, I'm feeling right. Who's gonna stop me now? Oh, what a night. Yeah, I can't even lie. What a time to be alive. Drinks in the sky. That's the high. Oh, what a night. Yeah, sing it. Almost had me down, came back to life. Hell yeah, right. Who's gonna stop me now? Oh, what a night. Yeah, I can't even lie. What a time to be alive. Drinks in the sky. That's the high. Oh, what a night.
I just don't even know anymore what to say about that. And I just don't even know anymore what to say about any of this shit. Jesus, take all the wheels. So, anyhow, I have not been paying much attention over here today because I've been busy. I've had the baby and she laid down for a nap and I laid down and took one with her and slept for 2 hours. She slept for 3 and haven't really been paying much attention as to what's been going on over here. However, I woke up from my nap and my phone had blown up during the time that I was sleeping because apparently after last night, which like we all knew was going to happen, Jesus. Hey, Tamara. So anyhow, Scotty's gone live. Nikki's live again. I think she's been live for a while now. Here's where I'm at with all of this. And I'll drop the link in a minute for anybody who wants to come up here. And then I'm going to, somebody recorded Scotty's stream, so I'm going to play it. Here's where I'm at with the entire situation. Like it or lump it. I don't really care. I have had reservations about old boy since everything happened the other night. Since the first reach out message to Tiffany, I have had reservations and I have had concerns. Those concerns have done nothing but amplify throughout today. Because here's where I'm at with it. Do I think that he's dangerous? Yes. Do I think that she's dangerous? Yes. Why are you running? You don't know? You don't know why you're running? She took off fast as a bullet. Where? You're not on. Do that. Well, Country Joe, I have some more stuff that I want to say.
I'm leaving.
So,
Can you give a kiss?
I heard that he apparently texted Tiffany and said he was leaving. And then right after he texted Tiffany, Scotty went live and said that he left and she was flipping out, losing her shit, saying that
Can you give me a kiss?
Tiffany was going to cause her to get killed and all this stuff. Well, this is exactly what I was concerned with the other night. And I knew that there was more to this than meets the eye. And I say that for this reason. This fucker, and I'm talking about this dude, you know, I tend to forget things that are irrelevant. I tend to forget things that don't really matter. But my mods reminded me about something last night that I had forgotten about. He's a lot more involved and invested in the drama on this platform than others want to believe he is. Case in point. And CJ brought this up last night about him not being innocent because we've literally heard him screaming at her on live streams. I've only heard it one time since I got back, but I have heard it once. However, some of you will remember this, some of you may not. But the night that Scotty was on my panel and then went over to Nikki's and took the $200 to go over there and get up on panel, if you will remember, her boyfriend was in the background at the time. And he plainly said that he was on Nikki's side because Nikki was his bitch. And fuck me. I had forgotten about that. Yes, Karen. Well, I'm talking about Scotty and her boyfriend and Nikki. I'm talking about the whole situation. I had forgotten all about that. Because as I said, irrelevant people really don't. Why would I remember it? Well, that's been on my mind all night. All night, that was on my mind. And y'all know I keep Sweet Cheeks hours. So I didn't go to sleep until about 4:30 this morning. And then I was back up at 7:30 with the baby. And I've thought about this a lot through the day. And the more I've thought about it, the more it just is not sitting right with me. Whose latest video, Red? Yeah, I'm about to play that. Summer, I noticed that too. And y'all know how I am about spelling. And y'all know how I am when I'm looking at how somebody writes. And if you look at those messages that were sent to Tiffany, I am more convinced than ever now that Scotty was the one who was either sending the messages in the beginning or telling him what to say. Do I believe that he sent Tiffany those messages yesterday when Scotty wasn't around? Probably. But I don't think that it's why. I don't think that it's for the reason that he portrayed himself to be sending them. I personally, after doing some digging today and looking into some other situations that he's been involved with on this platform and how he has given some commentary about situations in the background with her before, I don't think it backfired, Jax, and I'm going to tell you why. You don't like it? Go throw it in the trash can. Here's where I'm at with it. I think I know exactly why he messaged Tiffany now, and I don't think it had anything to do with anything. I haven't been around as long. He doesn't know as much about me because she hasn't been raging out about me as long as she has everyone else. The vendettas and the issues that she has with Tiffany and others has been going on for quite some time. Yes, Jackie C. So obviously he would know more about them. However, Scotty also knows that I'm not going to put up with their bullshit and that I'm not gullible. And as I said last night, I don't believe any of these people. There are very, very few people that I trust. Very few. And after listening to this today, anybody who doesn't think that him texting Tiffany and then her immediately going live, as well as the shit that happened last night with her taking down her channel, going over to Nikki's, putting all those comments in the chat, showing the pictures of her alleged swollen eye. If you don't think that every one of those things was intentionally done for a purpose, I don't know where y'all been. This is a shithole. Every one of these people have ulterior motives. Every one of them. They are nobody's friend. They literally breathe in and exhale toxicity. The only reason that anybody is going to be in contact with you is to fuck you up in some way. The only reason that anybody on this platform is going to voluntarily share information with you is to fuck you up in some way. Maybe not now, but eventually. And y'all heard me the moment that he messaged Tiffany, because I said very plainly, why is he texting you? Why is he messaging you, asking you to take his picture down? I'm the one that had it up. Tiffany was literally on my channel when he started texting her, and we were all discussing the situation. But he texted Tiffany? Well, and here's where I'm at with it. And this is what I think. And like I said, I've thought about this a lot today. And anybody who knows how I deal with these true crime cases, I look at everything from every angle. Every angle. I do the same thing with people over here because I have to. Scotty knows Tiffany. Scotty's been friends with Tiffany. They've had personal conversations. Scotty's never, ever had a personal conversation with me, nor would she ever. And I don't tell y'all, I'm disappointed in a lot of things that have happened while I was gone. And I know I shouldn't be disappointed because everybody's an adult. But God help y'all. What the hell has happened in the year and whatever time that I was gone that made y'all literally turn to these scum-sucking shitbags who have done the worst of the worst to people and befriend them? What did y'all think was going to happen? Did y'all really think that these people were changed or something was going to be different? Why would anybody befriend these people or welcome them into your friend group? I'm just over here bumfuzzled. They were the only ones going live. Well, I would have went and found another whole fucking community before I sat with these. Well, and you're right, Country Joe. It's all went to the dogs. And what happens when you sit with dogs? You get fleas. And this is a flea infestation. And I come back over here with the legit purpose of trying to have a good time, laugh, whatever. And I can't do anything without some jealous bitch who has some kind of vendetta against me from freaking 1910, hearing subliminal messages, who's best friends with this bitch, the funeral ruiner. Scotty's probably one of the biggest grifters I have ever seen on this platform. Because that's all she does. She has no content. Those videos that she makes, that ain't content. That's the stupidest shit I've ever witnessed. They don't even make no sense. She doesn't put out content. All she does is talk shit about people and beg for money for every fucking thing in her life. She don't make people laugh. She doesn't entertain people other than being a train wreck. Neither does Nikki. They are both literally train wrecks. And the only reason that people watch them is to see what fucked up thing they're going to do or say next. And I say all of that to say this. Robbie has always welcomed in stragglers from other communities. Always. He's always been like a chameleon, if you will. He goes and he says hi, says hello to whoever's live, and then he leaves to ingratiate himself with whoever he needs to keep an open line of communication with whatever weapon of choice he chooses to use at any given time. How do you think he ended up with these people? I mean, seriously, if you take a step back and you just look at who we're talking about, you've got Robbie, a 40-something-year-old gay man who is unemployed, allegedly, his only flex is his Dioc that is anything but impressive and average at best, who every time he goes live is screaming, screeching, laughing, eerily most of the time, creepily, about his sexual escapades with random men from Grindr. That's who you want to be associated with? I had no idea that it had gotten that bad. But quite frankly, I didn't really associate with him when I was friends with him. You very rarely saw me in his chat for a reason, because I didn't agree with the people that he sat with. Well, and Country Joe, that's where I'm at with this. The fact that y'all have not only tolerated Scotty and Nikki, but welcomed them in and literally given them the red carpet to run the place. What did y'all think was going to happen? And it's all fun and games when they're going at somebody that's not you. But eventually it's going to be you. Which is where we're at now. And then you have these people of absolutely zero importance, like Nikki, who think that rehashing all of this old tired shit about me is going to somehow give them some kind of clout raise in the community, when in reality it's doing nothing but make her look even more pathetic. She's just another irrelevant nobody trying to make a name for themselves by using mine. Enjoy those tips, donations, and whatever monetization you get off my name, Nikki, because it won't last forever, just like it hasn't for anybody else. You may make a little bit of money off of me here and there, and hell, some of you have made quite a bit of money off of me, but you will never be me. And I don't care if you like this or not, what I'm about to say. In my personal opinion, the only person in this area, in this little tiny whatever of YouTube, that has any chance of ever having a successful channel on any other platform is CJ. And y'all know I don't kiss anybody's ass. I say that with sincerity, because she's entertaining. All that anybody else over here does is talk about other people. And I absolutely can do that with the best of them, and every one of you knows that. And I can also rip you a new asshole with a quickness if I decided to do so. But I'm going to be honest with y'all. It's not even so much that I've mellowed out since I came back that I haven't gone after these people. It's because they're not worth it. They are literally not worth my time and effort. Legit. Yes, I stream them. Absolutely. And I commentate on the stuff because let's face it, It's amusing to see how absolutely ridiculous people are. And who gives two shits if they say, oh, she has no content unless she's streaming somebody else's content? Because every one of them knows that is not true. I don't need one other soul to have content other than myself. I never have, and I never will. And Nikki can get up there and pontificate about how wonderful she is, and she's so this, and she's a goddess, and she's this, and she's that. We all know she ain't, because if she was, she would have cammed up a long time ago. Not only that, if she was so wonderful, she wouldn't be here. 24/7. So you've got Robbie, the middle-aged, I don't even know what. And then Siren, another middle-aged, socially awkward, zero self-esteem having simp. A man who truly has zero self-confidence, zero self-esteem, and is too stupid to realize that the only value that he has to any of these people is a dollar sign. All the while he sits on panels proclaiming himself to be Robbie's bitch while handing money to all of them when they need it, because he's the only one who has gainful employment. And quite frankly, I don't know how he still has that. And he sits on these panels gawking at these straight men or gay men, whoever is up there, literally acting as if he wants to lick them from head to toe. And how sometimes he tells them that he does, talking about his dick pics and who he sent them to and how he wants this one's dick and that one and Robbie's diot. I mean, again, the most disgusting and ridiculous conversations coming from a grown-ass man. This isn't the Chroma community anymore. I don't know what this is. I honestly don't know what this is. I know now why everybody was messaging me while I was on TikTok telling me how much they missed the old channel and how much they laughed. Because the only thing you can laugh at over here is how pathetic people are. Then you've got Nikki. This 4'11" self-proclaimed goddess who only shows pictures from 1990 where her facial features look as if she never existed. And it's just somebody's memory on a piece of paper. Hang on just a second, y'all. Kaylee's here to get the baby.
you go, Gooski?
Love y'all.
Love you.
Be careful.
Gooski.
Okay, so as I was saying, Nikki is literally the epitome of a lonely, middle-aged woman whose children have moved on. Somebody who has nothing to do. But here's the thing: she's been like this since 2010. So I don't think that it's just because her children have moved on. I think she did it the entire time they were there. I just think that she is a busybody, a miserable old bitch who literally has nothing going on in her own life. So she has to pry into research and try to find out as much information as about anybody who she perceives as an even slight threat in order to use that against them whenever the opportunity presents itself. I mean, let's face it, she has no talent. None. Not one talent does she have. And I'm sorry there should, but touting your blowjob skills is about as much of a talent as obviously Scotty's hand job skills are not. Your sexual escapades with anybody and everybody that you seem to come in contact with, and the way that you tout them as some kind of accomplishment is revolting to anybody who has ever had any morals. Hold on just a second. My Lord. Sorry. My whole computer shut down and I had to completely reboot. What in the hell? Sorry about that. So anyhow, as I was saying, Nikki's basically just a waste of space. And she literally is just some little hobgoblin who, I know, green eyes, who sits over there on her pissant channel and screams and screeches about anybody and everybody that she can think of that might possibly bring her a view or bring in one or two of more than what she's got in her twos or threes. Well, I mean, shit. Mainly it's just Bill and Wyoming. And then you've got a few of the scum-sucking shitbags who literally trailed after me with freaking foam coming out of their mouths trying to lick my ass crack and have for years, who show up every once in a while. Anybody who is deranged or who you probably would say would be better off if somebody euthanized them, those are the people who are in their chat. And then we have Scotty, a loud-mouthed, blustering loser of the utmost proportions who has literally failed at every aspect of life, who has tried to, I don't know, I mean, I guess she was what? Lycan's, I don't even know what she was. And every one of these people literally exude desperation. All four of them exude desperation. You can literally hear it in their voices when they speak. They're desperate for validation. They're desperate for importance. They're desperate for attention. They're desperate for money. Except Siren, because he's the only one that has any, which he's not going to for very much longer. So pretty soon he'll be desperate for money as well. And it's just amazing to me that even though all of these people know that the things they say about me aren't true, they don't care because they run with it as if it's fact, even though they know that there's evidence to the contrary. But that doesn't fit the narrative that they have. And, you know, Scotty's out here literally throwing tit pictures and whatever else at any man. Every man that she has come across on this platform that would give her 2 seconds of attention, she has literally thrown herself at. If that isn't desperation, I don't know what is. Because I've sat here night after night and I've seen y'all in the comments and people on panels say, oh, yeah, Scotty was with him. Scotty was in a relationship with him. Scotty, what? Why? And look at who some of these people are. The grossest of the gross. It's just, ugh. And these people do and say the most disgusting things. These are the people who have zero boundaries. None. They will literally claw their way out of the bottom of the barrel to find another bottom. They have no boundaries at all. No morals, no integrity, nothing. They also have nothing to lose because their lives are literal shit. They have nobody that cares about them. And that's a common theme. If you look at the four of them, Robbie, Siren, Scotty, Nikki, there is not one person that you ever hear in their lives interacting with them positively. None. Robbie has Oscar, a cat that hates his gut and tries to scratch his eyes out, and a hamster. Siren has nobody. And to the person who said that I said somebody curb stomped somebody and that was a racial statement, the things that y'all say, honest to God, sometimes I just have to sit over here and think, really? Because here's curb stomp is racial. So you can only curb stomp somebody of a specific race. Y'all are so fucking stupid. But you've got Scotty, who she brought her relationship with this dude to this platform, right? And yes, I brought my relationship with Nabil to this platform. 100% I did. I don't give details about our relationship. And I will never. I never have. I may tell some shit that ain't true, like this whole getting married on the night shit that all these people have bought hook, line, and sinker. Had multiple lives about, talk about in every chat. Because I know how fucking stupid you people are. And when I say you people, I mean those of you who are watching right now just to see what tidbit of information you can hear, twist, and run with it. To give yourself some clout in somebody else's channel. Or maybe you have one of your own. That you're trying to grow some popularity and get some clout from. And look at how, I mean, everybody over here knew that it was just a joke. I did a fund for $4 million. Literally. And y'all believe that shit. And then multiple lies about my fund to go to Pakistan. How many times over the years have I said I can't fly? Oh, some of you remembered that too and have mocked and made fun of my pituitary condition because it's physically impossible because y'all have talked to doctors and cardiologists and oncologists and they've all said that it's impossible for your pituitary gland to explode. I made it up. Okay. I wish you had it. And then you'd see how made up it is. But you know, y'all said it and you've Google doctored it, so it has to be true because Lord help the person who actually experiences it on a daily basis have anything to say about it, right? And as far as Scotty flexing her relationship, I truly think that she thinks because she needs to think that somebody is trying to mimic her in some way because that would give her some kind of importance, right? I truly think that she believes that I am in a relationship with Nabil or portraying, as they say, a relationship with Nabil to one up her because she had a younger guy. Shug, I can assure you, you were the furthest thing from my mind. Actually, you weren't on my mind at all when I started talking to Nabil. And here's another thing for you, Scotty, and any of the others of you listening, Wyoming. I don't care what your man looks like. It's not about his looks. Now, don't get me wrong, Nabil's hot as fuck, but it has nothing to do with your man's looks. Here's the thing, Scotty. You and Nikki have zero self-worth, zero self-confidence. I don't care how much you get on here and scream that you do. And I'm going to tell you how I know that. Y'all have all mocked my weight the entire time that I've been on the internet. And I've cammed up for the longest time, always cammed up every time I went live, even when my eyes were almost swollen shut. And for those of you out here behind these fake profiles and these fake names who like to run your mouths and talk about everybody else and what they look like, but then say, oh, she weight shames, she look shames. You're damn right I do. I sure do. And I will continue to do it because it has been done to me over and over and over and over again. I will go at anybody and everybody over their looks. Come at me and see. I will hurt your feelings in the quickest way possible because I know exactly how that feels, and I know that it cuts deep. Is it right that I do it? No. Do I give a fuck? Nope. Don't be fucking ugly. And I've said this repeatedly over the years, and I've gotten a lot of flack for it. I may be fat, but I ain't never been ugly, ever. Do I look like the south end of a mule in some of the pictures that y'all show? Yeah. Sure do. Because y'all pick the worst angles you can find to put out there about somebody. But I know, even though Amber says I figured out how to work angles, that's why I look the way I look. Bitch, I tell you, some of these folks, Liberty Farmer and that Amber, I swear to God, you would think I had stolen their firstborn child. That Liberty Farmer's another one that don't never cam up, but she's got plenty to say. Her and old Riverfoot. And the ones of them who are the loudest are the fucking ugliest. Inside and out. And they fail to realize that they're on the internet 24/7 talking about somebody that does not give a fuck if they live or breathe. But they live and breathe me. And don't realize that's a problem. They also don't realize that they are literally my biggest fans. And that every time they say my name, comment in a chat, make a video, go live, they are bringing me attention. And I don't give a shit if it's negative or positive. Because what I have learned over my unsuccessful time on the internet is that attention, publicity, negative or positive, is good. If you have the knowledge and the wherewithal to know what to do with it. And y'all don't. And interestingly enough, as I said the other night, there's a lot of people here who are here because of stupid ass people like y'all. People who never would have known that I existed if y'all had just shut the fuck up. The reason that I'm so infamous on this platform, the reason there's so many videos, the reason there's so many this, the reason there's so many that is because of y'all. And y'all are too dumb to realize it. And you have done absolutely nothing but further my success. And y'all can say I'm not successful all you want to, but I've accomplished more than any one of you. I don't care. Oh, you've had a 40-year career. You're retired. You've got a 401k. You've got a 50-bedroom house and a 33,000 bathrooms. And you got a man that's real life and can touch you. Well, why ain't he touching you? Why ain't you spending time in that 50-bedroom house? Why are you on here worrying about what I'm doing? Your kids are so wonderful. You're so proud of them. Why aren't you spending time with them instead of worrying about what I'm doing and taking notes? My kids are always around, one or the other of them. And if they're not, Lindley is. And it's been that way the entire time that I've been on here. I don't do things like other people do. I don't care if you hear my kids and what's going on in my house and my background. That's who I am. This is my life. And I've said a million times that I am who I am, exactly who I am on here, the same as I am in my real life. You either like me or you don't, and I don't care either way. But there is a couple things about me that anybody who has taken the time to actually get to know me or stick around to see what I'm genuinely like and not just what scum-sucking shitbags who have some chip on their shoulder for whatever reason because I chapped their ass have to say. I will help anybody who needs help, even if they have been absolutely horrible to me. If I believe that somebody genuinely needs help and it is something that I can help with, I will do it because that is who I am. And that's who I've always been, contrary to what all of you want people to think. And I genuinely care for people, especially my people. A lot more than I should in some cases. And I forgive a lot. Some say a lot more than I should. But I've told y'all a million times, forgiveness isn't for the other person. It's for me. Because I do not and will never be these bitter bitches that these people are. I will never let the things that they've said and done about me turn me into them. And that's exactly the road I was headed down before I left here. I also side-eye everybody. I have serious trust issues because of this place. And as I said before, there are very few people that I trust. But if I consider you my friend, or if you are part of my community, I will go to hell and back for you. And I am loyal as fuck. Most of the time, much longer than I should be. Until you give me a reason not to be. And those of you who cry wolf because you've gone at me for whatever reason, or you've made a comment, or you've done this, or you've done that, and I've come back at you and done it better, oh fucking well. You should have left me alone. I don't know how many times I have to tell y'all. And some of you, since I've been back over here, seem to think that just because I don't bite back like I used to, that I won't. And I might not, because like I said, quite frankly, most of you aren't worth my time or effort. I'd rather play slots. And build up my free play, for my casino addiction. Lord have mercy, Jesus. Now the lights flashed off and the internet reset. Did you put water in it?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, thank you. So anyhow, with all of that being said, back to what I was talking about, because I know, trust me, I know, only me. This whole situation with Scotty and this dude is to the point that it's dangerous. And I say that for this reason, not because I am in fear of what might happen to her or him, but because they're weaponizing it. And I do not put it past them to beat the fuck out of each other just to prove a point, to make it seem as if Tiffany incited this. I 1000% believe that they messaged her intentionally with a purpose. And I 1000% believe that they were both in on it from the beginning and still are. I don't no more believe that that dude has left her than the man in the moon? Nope. He's sitting right there with her. And in some whatever way, I think this is nothing but a money grab. Because she has none. And she has been trying for weeks now to come up with something to get money. Look at what she's done. Look at the pattern. First, she said that a blue-eyed man had ran off and she needed $200. Then she needed chocolate. Then she needed a drink. Then she went after me and asked people to give her money to come to Florida to kill me. Now her life is in danger. Every single thing she's done over the last few weeks has been with the intent, sole intent and purpose to get money. And people have fallen for it. And I don't even know that it's that they've fallen for it. I don't think that they care. I think some of them are just fucking stupid. And because they don't like somebody, they will listen to anything and everything.
Hey, sweetheart. Hey, Crafton.
Hey, y'all.
Hey.
I think you're right. I think that some people will give her money, regardless of what she says, just to have a dig at whoever they don't like over here, right?
Absolutely.
But I'm so glad you said, I agree with everything you said, Natasha. And I was starting to feel a bit like earlier on in Granny's Fanny's chat. I thought to myself, just shut up, CJ, because I was starting to feel like I was going again, like I was like this guy's a victim and I'm like being hard on him. And I'm only saying what I'm saying because I don't want anybody over here to get taken in or hurt more by them, like what's happening right now to Tiffany.
Well, and here's the thing about that, because I know that there's a lot of people here, and this is what I said to Tiffany last night too. I see it every day in true crime cases. If somebody has a traumatic experience that is somehow connected or in the same, range as something else that they're watching or they see, they're automatically going to have an empathetic notion towards that person or event.
Yeah.
Because they've experienced something of the same. So this dude and Scotty knew exactly what they were doing by contacting Tiffany and using him as a victim.
Right.
I mean, because I went back and listened to those voice clips this morning a couple times. Because I knew what he said, but I wanted to hear the exact words they used and how he phrased things. And if you go back and you listen to those voice clips that he left her, he literally uses every trigger word that you can use in a DV case.
Mm-hmm.
Every single thing that could pull at somebody's heartstrings and make them feel sorry for you, he used. No family, nowhere to go, no money. She has control. She's done this. She's done that. Escape, get away, no prospects, doesn't care if he goes to jail, tried to unalive himself.
Lost who he is.
Right.
I mean, and I sat here and took notes when I was listening to it, because and after I did that and then I looked at the notes that I took while it was playing, I'm sitting here like, it's exactly what I thought it was.
And you got to then add it alongside, cause you got to then add it along what we know for a fact. And what we know for a fact is when she was live, dragging Natasha, Tiffany, etc., he was in the background, joining in, saying shit, supporting her.
And I tell you, I was feeling sorry for him. Y'all know me. I'm a sucker. Sometimes, well, hell, most of the time, but for people that need help. But after the mods reminded me about him saying that in the background when she was up here on panel with Nikki, then I was like, yeah, he did say that shit. Hang on, wait a minute. And then I started thinking, because last night, I don't know why, but it was really not sitting right with me that this dude claimed that he was sitting there with her watching Granny Fanny. Why would she be watching that? Why would she be watching Granny Fanny, who she knows is going to be dragging her with him, when she knows that that's what they're going to be talking about? Well, there's only one reason why they would.
Didn't he say in those messages, Natasha, that he didn't know nothing about YouTube, or was that StreamYard? Something like that.
He said that that YouTube had affected his life more than he, that basically YouTube had been the cause of all the problems in his life over the last few years.
Right, yeah. Okay.
I think what you're talking about, CJ, is he didn't want to take the link and go on panel.
Yeah, he said that he didn't like panels. Well,
right.
Then I was thinking, well, when has he ever been on one?
Well,
And how would he know a StreamYard link?
How would he know that that's a panel? I mean, if you look at it from, Jax, hang on, I'll let you up. I'm painting my fingernails. If you look at it and from an innocent perspective, like if you're just looking at it at face value and you hear these messages and you don't know any of the history or anything about her, and you don't know anything about what she has tried to portray of him on this platform, then yes, you're going to feel sorry for him. You're going to think, oh my God, this is some abused man, and he can't get away from this crazy woman. He's younger. He's inexperienced. He doesn't know what to look for. He got caught in this, and now he's in over his head and can't get out. He has no family. He has no job. He has nothing. And this woman has taken everything from him. And he is so desperate and so at the end of his rope, he wants to go back to jail instead of, being there with her. Yeah, no. I don't know a soul on this planet who would rather go back to jail.
But you're right. Could I believe Scotty was an abuser? Of course, I think she is an abuser. Of course, I can believe that. But I just think
listen, CJ, look at his first mugshot.
Right. Yeah.
Somebody knocked him upside his head, and he literally said in those messages to Tiffany that she beat the brakes off him.
Right. I know. Yeah, I agree.
Yeah, like picked up pots and pans and shit, hit him in the face and head.
There's a lot more to this than meets the eye. And there's something fueling this. I didn't know that her children live with her. So she's got more than 2 able-ass adults living in her house, and she can't pay her bills.
And they're watching her get beat up by this guy?
Well, and he literally said her and her children.
Well, that's the wild card in all this. Wait a minute, 4 people are there?
At least from what everybody has said.
Exactly.
She said she got her children to call. Or trying to get he said she was trying to get her children to call the police on him.
And then at some point, because I can't remember exactly how it was worded. I've listened to the damn messages so much, they're all running together. But he said her and her children.
Yes.
As if they were all in on getting him to go to jail.
He said the first time they got into an argument, and he said he came back on Christmas, on the 23rd of December, and that the next day on Christmas Eve, which would be the 24th, she called the police on him. And he said he just sat in the middle of the floor, and he said he didn't even try to fight it because what else was he supposed to do?
What Summer just said there is something to think about as well, right? There's women in violent relationships with like 4 or 5 kids and nowhere to go and no family and no money, and they still get away. This is a young guy, no baggage.
But let me tell you something about that. And I'm just going to give you a different perspective. I was with somebody for almost 6 years that literally punched me, slapped me, kicked me, made me feel like the smallest person on the face of the earth. She even tried to stab me. She cheated on me one time, and I stayed. I stayed every time we got into an argument. And when you care about, and I don't doubt that this guy has to have cared about her at some point that he didn't stay. And that's the reason he did stay. I stayed because I cared about the person.
Yeah.
And when somebody tells you and they're a true manipulator and they make you feel like everything's gonna be okay and they're gonna change, they can tell you that a million times, and as long as you have that feeling for them, you're gonna want to stay. It makes you want to stay because you think you can fix the situation.
No, I get that, Jack. I understand that.
Okay, hang on. She
Yeah.
just made a post and said he just came in here and freaked out saying Tiffany sent him a post I made saying he hit me today. I never fucking said that. Stop fucking sending him shit, Tiffany. I never messaged Jeff, you fucking lying cunt. Stop fucking trying to get him to hurt me.
And Tiffany hasn't sent him anything since the last message he sent and said he had left, and that's been
Fuck you,
hours.
Ed.
Here's the thing, and I'm going to say this, and I hope Tiffany's here and I hope she's listening. Block his fucking number. You should have done it last night.
Yeah.
But I will say this:
and I
I
said
don't care who's beating the shit out of who. Either way, okay. Look, either way, it's a grip. I don't care if it's him and her doing it. I don't care if it's her by herself. I don't care. There is an ulterior motive to this. Period. Regardless if it's him and her or her by herself.
Yes, Delta, I did say this was going to happen. I've seen it happen a million fucking times on this platform. Not with this particular situation, but this is just how these people work. 6 years of this shit. I've seen it over and over and over. And when I tell you that I have a suspicion about something, there is a valid reason for it, which is exactly why I said last night and the night before, something ain't right with this. Something ain't right. When I give you, listen, I don't give advice much. Everybody knows that because people don't fucking listen to it. But when I tell you something, when I literally tell you something ain't right about this, I don't feel right about this. There's a reason, and you probably should listen.
Well, Natasha, if you don't, and listen, I love Tiff. I'm not having a go at Tiff, right?
I'm not
really
either. I'm worried.
No. But if I'd have got, let's say, somebody who really hates me, I get a message from their daddy or their sister or whatever. I don't even read it. Blocked.
Same.
Yeah,
Blocked.
Tiffany just sent me the screenshot, and it was three by her message. It says that the last thing that conversation they had was sent hours ago. It says he was out. This is a fresh screenshot. It said he was active 3 hours ago, which is about the time that he sent the message, and that's the last thing she said to him was she offered for him to talk to Joe. He said, "It's okay. I appreciate it. Appreciate it though." She said, "I'm proud of you though. I know how hard it is," and that was the last thing she said to him 3 hours ago. So Scotty, you're a liar.
You know, the thing is, Jax, that it doesn't matter. We could sit here and show those messages and show the proof,
It's just like I
and
said last night. People don't give two shits with whether
they
she
don't
shows
care,
that he didn't do it or not.
right? The only way to deal with them is not to interact in any fucking way. Behind the scenes, anyway, Because they'll lie about it. They'll twist it. They'll lie about it.
Well, yeah, I mean, she's gonna look. It doesn't matter if he really did leave and he's gone, and that's why she is having this conniption fit. Because by her own admission, he hasn't put. Everybody kept saying, "Why don't you call the police on him? Call the police on him." And by her own admission, she said he hadn't done anything yet, which means he has not put his hands on her when he left. If he indeed left, okay. The reason she's crying is because her money walked out the door, and when he says that he doesn't have any money, it's because he hands her any money he makes is handed to her, and she spends it. So if he left in his car, and because she has said and he has said that she's got a car, he's got a car. If he left in his car and just left, I mean, there's really, I mean, I mean,
And I don't know that I believe that either. Jax, I'm going to tell you, I don't think I believe that either. And I'm going to tell you
Well,
why.
that's what I'm saying. It's hard to know because you're not there and you don't see what's going
Well,
on.
just from what we've heard. I mean, he was screaming at her about hamburger meat that she bought.
Well,
Does that sound like somebody who's turned his check over to her?
well,
No.
I think he probably is trying to watch every penny because she's probably blowing everything he's got.
Yeah, that could be because you turned your check over to her and she wasted it on
Well, I'm gonna tell you,
hamburger meat.
I spent. I'm gonna tell you something. My ex-wife did not work. Didn't hit a lick of a fucking snake. I paid for every damn thing, and I ain't gonna lie to you. Have I ever raised my voice to her about wasting money? Absolutely.
But Jax, here's my point about all of this. All of it. I know you have prior experiences. I've been there, done that, was there when it was happening. However, this goes back to what I said about Tiffany. It's just like with these true crime cases, because you've had an experience and you've lived that experience and you know what it was like on your part. You can commiserate with this situation because you've had your own personal experience.
Well, and that's why I said that. You know, I can't say for a fact that he did leave or what the hell's going on. I can't tell you they weren't beating the shit out of each other and he left. I can't say that.
That's what I'm saying. And that's what worries me about this. And it worries me for this reason, because there are a lot of people in this community who have had similar situations, who are victims of domestic violence or who have had some type of traumatic experience with it in their lifetime, who would project their own issues and their own feelings about that onto this situation to make them feel some type of way and literally make them feel as if either this guy or Scotty need help.
Mm-hmm.
Well,
And that's exactly what's happening. Because listen to what I'm saying. Listen to what I'm saying. Whether you're talking about your experience or somebody in the chat is talking about theirs or Tiffany's talking about theirs, y'all are still giving these people the benefit of the doubt. That
well, no,
one or more of them.
There's something else going on. Because she was genuinely sobbing earlier. That's why I said if he didn't beat the shit out of her and he left, what is she crying for? That's what I can't figure out what she's bawling her eyeballs out about.
Well,
Nah.
You don't think she will go on live and bawl her eyes out for nothing?
Totally.
I feel like there's something else there that's making her cry like that. It ain't got nothing to do with him, I don't think.
Desperation, Jax, for whatever it is she needs at this moment in time.
There's a lot of guilt in those tears too, and there's a lot of.
Let's backtrack just a minute. In the last 48 hours, she legitimately launched and publicly, vocally stated that it was war on Tiffany, and that she was now going to make Tiffany the focus of all of her attention.
Yeah, I agree. And then all of a sudden, he's making a beeline.
Hold on, Crafton. Yesterday, right before she ended her live, she said, "I've got some scheming to do. I don't know what direction I'm going to go yet."
Yeah, I mean, either way, it doesn't matter if he left or not. There's definitely a scam involved. I mean, she's doing this for money either way.
But look what's happened. Not one person is talking about her trying to kill me. Not one person is talking about anything that Nikki's done.
No.
Not one person is talking about Robbie. Everybody is focused on whether or not they believe that old boy is telling the truth or not.
Well,
Jack, can I ask you a question? When you were going through all that, right? Would you have spoken to a stranger on Facebook and told everything?
That's hard to say, CJ, because I know, me and my family have never had like a really close relationship with there's very few people in my family that I'm close to. I had my sister that I could talk to. Now, I can't say that if I didn't have anybody and the first person I was able to talk to was a complete stranger, I can't say that because I don't know. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's hard for me to like gauge. especially when you're that desperate. And like I said, I mean, it's just hard to understand. Like it's hard to explain. Like that's why at first, like I have so many questions about things. The more I hear her carry on, and then what he has said to her, I just have there's like at every turn there's more questions as to why and everything she said in that live just didn't make any sense to me. Like
No.
it didn't. She kept backtracking. Like yesterday, she was insinuating that he beat her up yesterday. Well, then today she's saying he didn't do it. Everybody's like, "Why don't you call the police?" And still to this, when she made that post about him sitting at the end of the driveway looking to make sure she didn't leave or whatever, people were in her comments going, "Well, I think it's time to call the police. Why are you not calling the police?" And she's not answering it.
Because it's
So
not true.
Well, that's what I'm
Wait,
saying. That's the only thing that makes me doubt it is because people have said repeatedly to her, "Call the police, call the authorities. If you're scared, call the police." Because she said that that he disabled her car and she was not able to leave. And they were like, "Well, why don't you call the police if you feel if you feel like you're in danger? Why don't you?"
Well, you
not
want me
call
to tell you why they're doing it? I'll tell you. And I haven't said this. I haven't talked about this for a reason, because the reason that she hasn't called the police, and the reason that her friends, Nikki, Siren, Robbie, not one of them has gone live with moral outrage about how they've been. Look at the shit over there last night. They didn't even remotely act as if they were worried or concerned or
No,
anything.
they didn't at all.
Nothing. You don't think that if this was true, her friends wouldn't be upset
Well, that's
as
what I'm
much as
saying.
they
It's
rant and
there's a
rave about
lot that
shit
doesn't
that
make any
doesn't even
sense.
make sense?
Yeah,
And
where's the I stand with Scotty
but here's the
hashtags?
thing: what they're doing, and I wholeheartedly believe this, they want somebody over here to call the police, because then they can say, "Look, I told you these people were harassing me. I told you they were the problem."
I hope they don't hold their breath because it ain't gonna happen.
Natasha is the one who's causing all this stuff because she's streaming this. She's the one that made this public. Tiffany was on her channel talking to my boyfriend. She reached out to him. They're inciting violence and trying to get my boyfriend to hurt me. And everything that she's done today goes right along with that. She's made herself a victim. And everyone who's going along with this shit, everybody who's talking about it, everybody who's thinking that he's a victim, everybody who's thinking that this may not be this, that this may not be that, every one of y'all are feeding into exactly what she wants you to feed into, because you're
Ding,
using your
ding,
own
ding.
personal experiences to make you feel sorry for him or her. When in reality, all of this is getting the heat off of her for threatening to kill me because she knows she fucked up. And I know for a fact that her local law enforcement has been contacted about it.
Well, that's like them trying to it didn't work out for them because they were trying to this whole Google picture thing. They were trying to say that was the reason that the FBI got called. That's the reason you called the FBI.
And she has literally tried everything to backpedal out of the death threats that she made. She has come up with every excuse in the book. She's made every single thing that she could obvious to anybody that's actually watching. And listen, y'all may think I'm lying, but when I tell y'all, even if I'm up here talking about shit, I'm still sitting back and I'm watching. I observe everybody. I observe their actions. I observe how they say things. I observe what they say. I do true crime for a freaking living, and they can say I'm bad at it all they want to, but I side eye and I question every fucking thing. And if something doesn't make sense, there is a reason why it doesn't. And not one damn thing about this makes any sense. I don't care how you try to make it make sense.
Well, this is
Amen.
if he left, good on him. If he's still there doing whatever he's doing with her, then he deserves whatever he gets when it comes to that situation. But ultimately,
Roxy has a good point right there. None of them have gone live about Scotty, but they have done how many lives about Kim being in a freezer or a closet?
I mean, either way, I don't care. All I know is, like I said, there's a grift somewhere in this, regardless if it's her and him and her or her by herself. She's looking for money one way or another.
Well, I don't even know at this point that it's so much about money as it is saving her ass.
I agree. I think money is obviously a nice little byproduct of it, but I think it's more to do with distraction.
Well, I don't know how she thinks this is going to save her ass. Just because her
Well, if
boyfriend
she
beat the
can
shit
prove,
out of
if
her,
she
don't
can
mean it's going
prove,
to save her from going to jail.
well, this is how, because if she can prove to whoever that I am the one who incited all of this, and that the only reason that she made those statements is because of the things I've done that made her get physically abused, and that I continue to incite violence against her from her boyfriend, then that's going to make it look as if I'm just as bad as she is.
But that's just the thing, though, Dasha. How have you incited it, though? He didn't contact you.
Because I had Tiffany on my panel, he contacted
Yeah.
her. We've shown the messages here, we've played them. Tiffany's the one who's been in contact with him. She's been up here. I have a bigger platform than any other person on here. That's how.
Yeah, but I think.
Has anybody else had 300 plus people watching them when they're talking about this? No.
And they'll lie.
Yeah, but I think whatever she's done in the past, as far as like to instigate before all of this, and then the threat she made toward you is going to trump anything that she's ever going to come up with.
And it may, but it still doesn't look good. Because in the eyes of them, not knowing how all this shit works, not knowing the history, y'all know anybody. Actually, Requester Files, that's not true, because it all started happening the night before on my panel. He started messaging her while she was on my panel the night before. Every bit of this originated here.
That's right.
Yes, she did show the messages and the voice clips on Granny Fanny's first, but every single bit of it started here while we were live talking about it.
I mean, she can even say that we were trying to get him up on panel.
Exactly. Listen, I've thought this through all day. Like I've literally taken notes after listening to his damn voice clips. Because there has been something about this that has been bothering me since he first messaged Tiffany. And any of you who were here that night know it has, because I said it as soon as he messaged her. Something ain't right.
Total setup.
Tiffany tried to block him, and it keeps telling her she can't block him yet because I guess because of yesterday when he blocked her and then unblocked her to have the conversation with her.
Right, you can't on Facebook Messenger. It makes you wait so long to do it, but you can on the phone.
Yes, it says that that she can't block him on Messenger for 48 hours.
That's true, because that's how it was when I did that to Lisa, because I blocked her and then I unblocked her.
Yeah, she's trying to
block. And then I tried to block her again.
Yeah, it won't let her block.
I'm gonna play Scotty's stream. I've got it pulled up. Somebody recorded it for me.
Oh, it's a doozy. Trust me.
So that y'all can y'all will see and understand what I'm talking about. And here we go. They're already feeding into it. People in the chats, in her comments over there. I'm so worried about you. I can't believe what they're doing. Please be okay.
Can I just ask, is she saying that he didn't attack her last night now?
Yes, that's what she's saying now. You'll hear it on the stream. She backtracks everything. She says that he didn't do it because they keep telling her to call the police. And she says that what is she going to call him for? He hasn't done anything yet.
But didn't she show those pictures on Nikki's and say that last
night?
Well,
now she's saying those were from December.
Okay.
Yeah.
Even though they showed them and tried to act as if they were
yes,
from last night.
Like they were brand new.
I don't think they realized that I don't think that they realized when they showed them how many people she had given them to and how they had been shown before.
Yes. So now she's backtracking and saying they were from December. and that and then there was something else she said too that was, I can't remember. There was something else. I'll remember it when I hear it though. It was something else that, oh, I remember what it was. Dickie said last night that it was Tiffany that reached out to him first and was lying to him about a bunch of stuff. And she sat in the chat and never said no, it was not him. I mean, not it wasn't Tiffany that reached out to him. That it was him reaching out to her. Now all of a sudden today, she admits to the fact that he was the one that reached out to Tiffany first.
Okay, when we all clearly saw that, right? He was the one that reached out.
Yeah, yeah. Well, it's in the chat. You can see like the messages between them that he's the one that contacted her. Which at first I don't believe it was him. Like before, I think it was her at first, and like Tasha said, he got away from like had a moment away from her long enough, and then that's when she, because Tiffany was blocked, and I think whenever he got away from her at point to talk to her about Scotty, he unblocked her and then said all that other stuff.
Okay.
Yeah, but she admitted in her live today that it was him, that it was quote unquote him that reached out to Tiffany first.
Hang on. And listen, I know that a lot of this.
Amen, Lyndon. Amen.
I know that a lot of this is another attempt to cause a divide here. And I want to make this very clear. I'm not upset with Tiffany at all.
No,
I do believe that she had good intentions. Absolutely. But I also believe that this is a way for them. Yeah, mods, will y'all pin the domestic violence hotline too? Well, Corey, but ding, 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 ding. I think that because I have such strong opinions about this, and y'all know me, if I have an opinion about something, I'm gonna tell y'all. I don't give a shit if you like it or not.
Hey, listen, we can disagree. I can have a different opinion to Tiffany on something, and it doesn't change anything.
Absolutely, CJ. That's
Fucking hell, we're
all
adults.
adults here. We don't have to agree with every little thing that the other one agrees with. That doesn't stop our friendships or our.
And that's what I'm saying. And I don't have any domestic violence in my past. So I don't have the same, the same trauma or the same experiences that other people have. And I get that. So I look at things differently. However, I also try to look at things from a logical standpoint and unbiased. And
well, that's the beauty of all of it. We all come from different places and different backgrounds. We've had different experiences and life-changing events, but that doesn't mean that we're not in an echo chamber. Them over there, they want to holler all the time. They're not an echo chamber. They are the epitome of an echo chamber.
I'd rather have a friend who was honest about how they were feeling than a two-faced bitch that says everything's okay and talks behind my fucking back.
That's right.
Well, and that's exactly what I told Jax. When Jax messaged me and said, have you been watching this shit today? And then he told me what was going on. And I was like, yeah, Jax, I'm not. I got a bad feeling about this. Like, seriously.
That's the thing is I've kind of had a bad feeling about it all day too, because you don't know which way it's going to go. And like I said, you don't know who's telling the truth or what's really going on.
Any of them.
And we have to err on the side of safety and caution.
I can empathize with the situation that he spoke on, but that doesn't mean that I
right.
You know what I'm saying? I'm just going to fall for it, hook, line, and sinker. I hope he's not in that situation. And if he is, I hope he gets out of it.
Well, statistically,
no, but I just can't help but feel there's something a lot more to this than what.
Statistically, that's the excuse that the abuser gives the judge every fucking time. Yeah. It's the same as with rape. She was coming on to me. So with domestic violence, she was hitting me. I was defending myself. Statistically, we would have to err on the side of he fits the trope. And we already know, fits the trope of the person that he's describing. So this is a toxic domestic situation that none of us should really be involved in any given way.
Well, that's what I can say about my situation. I never as violent and crazy as she drank like a fish. I mean, she's kicked our front door in and broke the deadbolt out. She's broke things in the house. She's thrown things at me. The day she left, she stabbed me in the hand and the side. Luckily, it didn't go in deep enough. I had to have stitches, but it wasn't like bad enough to kill me. Uh, because she had been drinking and I overpowered her to get the knife out of her hand. She ended up slicing her own damn hand wide open. But I've never have I pushed her away from me or or pinned her down to stop her acting so crazy. Absolutely, but I've never hit her, never punched her, never slapped her. I have immaculate self control. I've always had crazy exes that have been kind of abusive, but she kind of was the she was the icing on the cake.
And here's the thing, and I was talking about this. Y'all remember, I've said this a million times to people in my community. And this goes for any situation, but in this one in particular, just because I felt a little bit of compassion for this man and I made the comment that I would help him with a bus ticket, don't follow my lead. Do not be friendly to people just because I am. Don't be nice to people just because I am. Don't think people are good just because I'm friendly to them. Because as I've said 1,000 times, just like with these dumbasses over on TikTok, all these freaking men who've gone apeshit crazy. Now another one has. Don't
Follow the leader.
Just because I do. Because a lot of times there's a reason that I'm nice to somebody, or there's a reason that I am friendly to somebody that I don't make public knowledge. Just like this shit. Yes, I said I would buy him a bus ticket, but the whole damn time I'm side-eyeing like a mofo over here researching, taking damn notes on everything he said. I don't take anything at face value.
And that's where you'll see. That's where you'll see whether he is being truthful or not. If you offer a bus ticket to him instead of the money, then you'll see. If he says, "Okay, well, I'll take it."
Yeah, you're right, Dex. Come on.
Yeah.
Well,
if he says,
Lynn,
"Oh yeah, I'll take the bus ticket."
That's exactly what they're doing. Well, he ain't gonna take no bus ticket because he's got a car.
Well, that's what I'm saying. So I mean, if he's got a car, that's probably why But like I said, if he is truly going through this, I hope to God he did get out of it. But if he isn't and he's playing along, well, then he just gets what he gets. You know what I'm saying? He deserves where he's at. But look. Like I said, I try to give Scotty the benefit of the doubt at one point,
exactly.
But
Well, and YT, that's what everybody does. That's what they always do. That's what every single person has done. They play on emotions. They play on the fact that the majority of the people here have good hearts and genuinely want to help. And then they use whatever past experiences that they can to reel you in. Every time. All right, let me play this crap.
Hey.
Hello? Can everybody hear me?
Unfortunately.
No, there's no one here. This isn't my regular channel. I'm going to give it a minute to let people show up. If anyone's even friggin' sub to this channel. I don't even know. Tiffany, you need to stop messaging my boyfriend and telling him fucking lies. I have never in my fucking life asked somebody for $200, hey Gladys, because if I didn't get money for pills for Devin, he was going to beat me up. That's never happened. Never happened.
Hold on, what did she just say?
Oh yeah.
She's never asked for $200.
Ask somebody for $200. sub to this channel. I don't even know.
And nobody's ever. Tiffany didn't say that to him.
Tiffany, you need to stop messaging my boyfriend and telling him fucking lies. I have never in my fucking life asked somebody for $200, hey Gladys, because if I didn't get money for pills for Devin, he was going to beat me up. That's never happened.
And she
never happened. Oh yeah. Well, Tiffany is continuing to message this motherfucker, telling him this fucking bullshit, trying to get me killed. At this point, Tiffany, you are trying to get me fucking murdered.
What?
You really need to stop.
That was not even in the message.
You really need to stop.
Oh, Scotty, it's too late.
I have video, audio anyway, because I had to have my phone down, where he just threatened to beat my fucking ass because Tiffany sent him screenshots of Nikki's stream last night where I sent the picture of where he had blacked my eye. And lied and told him that I had asked someone for $200 to get him pills or he was going to beat my ass.
That's a lie.
We don't do pills, you stupid bitch.
She never said that. Nowhere.
Tiffany, you are fucking with my life. And I'm going to start taking it really fucking personal if you don't stop. Well, no, fuck, I'm already taking it personal. Tiffany, what are you doing? What are you doing trying to incite this man to kill me?
Oh.
Yeah, this is fishy as fuck.
I need this video shared out. I need people to see this. Tiffany Ann Moser from Murrieta, California is trying to have me killed in real time as we speak.
I hadn't heard this.
Okay, she is continuing to message my boyfriend, reaching into my private life, lying to him, trying to get him to fucking harm me.
Total setup.
I would love to see the fucking proof that I told somebody I had to buy that motherfucker pills. Show that proof, Tiffany, because it doesn't fucking exist.
Jax, text your message.
You got played. All of you got fucking played.
Didn't she literally just
This
say
motherfucker,
something about tips she was going to drop?
he sat here last night, grinned, and fucking told me, yeah, I played all those motherfuckers. They believe everything I said. They're eating out of my fucking hand. He did that to hurt me. Thank you. I've never done that. I've always spoken highly of him because I have no need to involve all these other people in my business. And then you've got Rachel over there. Rachel, shut the fuck up. When did I ask you for money for a blind dog? I didn't. Because you know what? I was telling you about how my daughter saved a blind dog. And she has the little fella over there. Because the people that had him, they breed dogs. They were going to shoot him because he was blind. So she went and got the puppy. I sent Rachel a picture of the puppy. Why'd you have to mention that? Why'd you have to mention my grandkids, Rachel? Why are you...
Because you asked for furniture for your grandkids.
These people are trying to get me killed. So when I'm dead, it's what? You guys win? Is that the end game here? Tiffany, is to get me killed? Rachel, is that what you want? You want him to beat me to fucking death? I mean, that's... all I can figure is that you guys are trying to fucking get me killed at this point. Why are you sending him? Tiffany, I apologize to you for anything I've done that has pissed you off enough to try to get me killed, okay? Can you please stop? Can you please just block his stupid fucking ass and quit and trying to incite a man who wants to fucking harm me in my real life? Can you please stop fucking trying to get me fucking killed?
This is a story for your police department, not the internet. And you know it. You've talked to him already twice, apparently, and then dismissed it.
I did support Rachel, and I have fucking taken up for her everywhere.
I'm sorry, but both times you reported him, you were given a victim's advocate with every connection that you need as a woman.
They don't understand how crazy this motherfucker is, okay? He's crazy. Now I get to sit here and worry that he's gonna fucking come and burn my house down or fucking kill me and my kids. I hope you're fucking happy, Tiffany. I hope this was your end game, like to get me killed, because that's where I'm at. Why else would you lie to him?
She had a restraining order against him, and she had it terminated.
Oh, I know, Gladys. It's just I'm scared. And I don't understand why she is doing this.
Oh my God, this is brutal.
Oh, Tiffany, you are fucking evil. You are evil to your fucking core.
Well,
And anybody who sits over there and supports that fucking bitch, you get what you fucking deserve. That's all I'm gonna say. I don't know what I'm gonna do.
I'm being quiet for a reason.
He has alienated me from everybody. And now, because Tiffany's a fucking cunt who wants to see me killed, he's alienated me from like the last fucking avenue I had to contact the outside world. Any kind of interaction, because none of my friends come around anymore. None of my family comes around. My kids don't even like coming around because of him.
That's because of him, not Tiffany. You can't blame anybody else other than him. And if you had an RO against him, the victim's advocate
and
contacted
Tiffany, man,
you.
fuck you. You don't know how crazy this motherfucker is, and you're entertaining him. And he's playing you like a fucking fiddle, you stupid bitch. He laughed about it. I'm telling you guys, he laughed about it. I told you I'd fucking take your YouTube from you too, and grinned and winked at me. You have no clue what you're fucking with right now, Tiffany. Stop.
Was this before, during, or after the hand job?
Shit. Stop talking to him.
I believe she's still on YouTube. How did he take it away?
He is a fucking monster.
I'm serious. I'm not saying it as a joke. Was this before, during, or after the hand job?
I know he needs to go, but I can't make him go.
And how does he even know who Tiffany is? You must have.
I'm not happy. I've wanted him to go for a long time. I've begged him to fucking go. He is a fucking sadomasochist. You guys don't fucking understand what I'm living with right now. He is fucking evil. He sent it to her because he fucking messaged her on fucking Messenger. You're evil, Tiffany. Why would you entertain this motherfucker? You don't understand who he is. And
I stop this for just a minute, but any mod that's in here, please check mod chat. It's important. Sorry.
He's got you guys. Oh my God. He's sitting over there playing the young, dumb Southern bumpkin. No, I promise you, he's far from that. He is fucking incredibly intelligent. He plays mind games with people. He has been studying Tiffany for a fucking while now. He knew that she was the one to fucking go to with this because she hates me just as much as he does. And he told me he did this to hurt me. So I'm hurt, okay? You fucking win. Can you just stop now?
I wonder when he's got time to ride the pony.
Oh my God, it is evil, Jess. I'm so fucking scared. He's gonna kill me. They don't understand. He is so.
I thought he was so wonderful.
Right?
I have fucking given him money so many times to leave. I have taken him to the bus station. I have got him tickets. I have begged him to go. He won't go. He has nowhere to go. His mom had his dad murdered when he was a little kid, and he was there. Him and his little sister was there. His mother tried to kill him and his sister after that, and she lost custody. So he went to his fucking grandma and grandpa, who were drug dealers, and got taken from them and put in foster care when he was like 6 or 7. He's not fucking right in the head.
Weren't you a drug dealer?
Okay, what part of you do you not understand, Tiffany? He's a monster. Okay, whether that's his fault or not, the fact fucking remains. Oh yeah, he's doing it to hurt me. It is.
Get a restraining order. You had one already.
And she's telling him fucking shit that I didn't even do. I've never asked people for $200 for pills. I don't do pills, you stupid bitch. Oh. They don't understand. They don't understand. He is fucking diabolical, man. And I know what it's going to come down to. One of us are going to have to fucking die today. One of us are going to have to die.
Yeah, and there's no straight.
And it's going to be Tiffany's fault. Make no fucking mistake about it. Make no mistake about it. And make sure people know that if I die today, it is Tiffany Moser's fucking fault.
Oh, you're a
She did it.
Not at all. Be the person who killed you's fault.
Right?
She did it.
What a fucking.
And after she sent him that message, he looks at me and said, "This is war." It told me, she said, "Oh, so you told someone that if I didn't get, or you didn't get $200 for pills, that I was going to beat you to death?" Never in my life have I fucking said that. We don't do pills at all. I haven't done pills since 2013.
Tell it to your sheriff. This motherfucker's crazy. I don't know how else to fucking put it.
and Tiffany is riling up a fucking crazy guy to come at me. What is wrong with you, Tiffany?
Also, he contacted her.
I don't even know, Jess. I don't know, other than to tell Tiffany to stop fucking communicating with his crazy ass.
Tell him to stop communicating with her.
And I don't even think it fucking even matters at this point. She's done enough.
All of this would
I mean, that picture
go well
that
for
I
a
had Nikki
restraining
put
order.
up last night. I don't know if you could notice, but my nose was messed up, my eye, and that bruise on my eye, he had already punched me in my face the week before that, and I had a black eye, but when he hit me again, his knuckle caught like the little bone part at the top of my eye, like my eyelid and stuff, and it made this big pop knot. And it hurt so bad because it was already bruised. My nose was messed up for months. I have some other pictures somewhere in a save file where he tried to bite my lip off. And on my upper lip, you can see the indents of his teeth, of his top two teeth, where he literally tried to bite my fucking lip off.
Go to your police
And this is who
station and
Tiffany
tell
thought
them.
it would be a great idea to weaponize against me.
But Tiffany's not the one telling us all this
So who's
shit.
the fucking
No.
evil fucking bitch here? Me or the bitch who's trying to get me killed today?
Nothing to do with any other woman
Yeah,
on the internet. This
going
is
right
between you and this
by the
man.
eyebrow. And that hurt.
And the people at
And
the
I
police
have
station
other
don't care
pictures
about
where,
other people either, by the way.
like a week
It's between
later,
you
it
and
was
him.
healing, and oh my God, it was black and blue and yellow and purple. And I
If
had to
his
go to
mama
work like
said
that.
go beat her ass, it wouldn't matter.
I had to
It's him
use
and you.
purple eyeshadow at work for like a month to try to hide it. Well, I mean, what am I going to tell him? Because he hasn't done anything yet, Gladys. You know? And he just took off out of here.
Tell
So
him
he's
everything
not
you just
here.
told all of us.
I mean, that's the thing about people like him. He's smart. He's very fucking smart.
You also already had a restraining order. Take those same pictures to the fucking station.
And now, because he's fucking pissed off, because she's got him all worked up, he's going to be sending private information about me and my family. But so she can put it out and have a ha 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 moment on me. Bitch, when is enough going to be enough with you, Tiffany? Huh?
I think you need to concentrate on him right now and not.
Oh, well, yeah, but he hasn't hit me today.
That's the suspicious part. Shouldn't you be
He's
more worried
smart.
about him right now? According to you,
This is clearly a set.
I don't know, Gladys. I mean, even if I called the law and told him, hey,
they're all
because they know, like, they've been here a few times and had to take him to jail. And for the record,
Yeah, that's
you
what I'm
guys, I
watching.
didn't call the law on him. And I heard in them voice notes he sent her, oh, me and her were fighting because she had stolen my I didn't take his phone. I didn't make another fucking SIM card. No, of course not, 71. Of course not. Because it's about terrorizing me, you know? That's what he's a sadomasochist.
just like you did to Natasha.
Or just a masochist, I'm not sure. He enjoys inflicting pain on people. You know, mental pain, physical pain. He's
2 weeks ago he was throwing a songwriter.
diabolical. But I heard him saying that I had taken his phone. Nope. His phone was sitting in the car where it had fallen out of his pocket. I got woke up at like 3 o'clock in the morning to him jerking me up out of my fucking bed. Okay? Asking me where his fucking phone was. I didn't have his phone. I didn't have his fucking phone. And I was screaming because he had my fucking hands, my arms over my head, down in my face, screaming he was going to kill me. My kids heard us fighting, okay, and had called the law. And it's even in the police report. The cop was walking to my bedroom door and heard him saying, "I'm going to kill you." The cop heard that. That's why he went to
justification.
fucking
You
jail
just
that
said
night.
they wouldn't believe anything.
I didn't call the
Okay.
law. I wouldn't even talk to the cop that night.
Then
I didn't
it's
give him a
on
report.
record.
I wouldn't even say anything. But the cop
Then
heard
it's
him
on his
telling me
record.
he was going to kill me. And when he busted through the fucking bedroom door, he was on top of me, had me straddled, and had my arms over my head. That's why he went to fucking jail.
Right. It's
Okay?
called
I
terroristic
didn't call the
threats.
fucking law on him. I didn't fucking turn him in.
Call the law and refer them back to that police report. You'll have a temporary
Yeah, his
restraining order
story
within
doesn't make
3
sense because
hours.
it's bullshit. It's the poor me story that.
They won't care. A judge doesn't care.
Well,
They
legally, he
issue the
doesn't even
temporary
live here
restraining order.
because legally, he had put his address on his driver's license at his boss's house. So I can just cite that and say, hey, I don't want him here. Get rid of him. But what you guys don't get is he'll leave. Even if they take him to jail, I mean, he'll come back and he'll kill me. And he has told me that. He has told me there is nothing anyone can do. If I decide you're dead, you're dead. How do you fucking deal with something like that?
You don't deal with it by going
How
onto
do you
the
deal with
internet.
that?
Does she not understand she's making her own situation worse?
I mean, he's got
She's
military
either
training
lying
too,
or she's in complete
you know?
denial.
Well, that's what I'm saying. It's one of the two things.
And he's flat out
Right.
told me, he said, I will barricade your doors and set your house on fire and they'll think it was a fucking accident.
Well, you need help. No, the internet ain't
And
going to
this is
give
who
you.
this bitch is trying to fucking incite toward me today. Tiffany, how about you just fucking stop?
How about
How
you
about
stop
that?
blaming everybody else for your stupidity?
Then one time I was at work, you guys. I was at work and he went over to my daughter's house and asked her to call the cops because he wanted to kill himself. Ended up spending 2 or 3 weeks in the mental hospital on his medication. You know, I thought, hey, maybe this is what he is fucking needing. If he would just stay on his meds, he's a totally different person. Totally different person. And I dig the guy when he's on his meds, like he's cool as hell. And nope. As soon as they ran out, he never went and got them, refilled, and it just went back to the same stuff.
Well, Amy,
But I
she's
wasn't even home when that happened, you
part.
guys. Had nothing to do with it, even though I get blamed for it. Like, what? And I get how he feels, and he feels isolated, but he doesn't know anyone up here. And this is my hometown, but that's not an intentional fucking action I took to alienate him. He has every opportunity to go out and meet people and make friends. I don't control him. He's a grown-ass man. Give me a fucking break. I've never in my life not had the ability to get up and walk out of somewhere I didn't want to fucking be, you know?
And that's the thing I can't understand.
All I've ever tried to do to this motherfucker is give him a home and a family and kindness and love. Even when it hurts, you know?
Well, Patty, those went out the window. She forgot about those theatrics. Now.
And he's on a hate campaign. And you want to know why? Because he's jealous of the time I spend on YouTube.
Yeah, I don't think that's it, Shug.
He wants me all to himself. And that's the honest to God fucking truth.
Pretty sure that ain't it.
And they don't have to believe me. I would just implore, please, you guys, please. Tell Tiffany to stop fucking trying to get me killed. Because every time she sends him a message or she communicates with him, it's something intended to try to fucking incite him to kill me. Like, you don't know who you're fucking dealing with, you stupid fucking bitch. Hate me all you want. I am not near as crazy as this motherfucker is. You are playing with fire. And I want it to be known right now. If I die today, somebody needs to turn Tiffany Moser into the fucking police for helping make it happen.
Nothing will
Because
happen.
that's absolutely what she's doing. She is
Nothing would
trying
happen.
to weaponize a combat veteran to kill me today. It's exactly
Nothing
what
would
she's
happen.
fucking doing.
His boss at work could say, "Hey, you should go and beat her ass." It would not be on him. It's on the
I
person.
don't know. We don't even have a magistrate. I mean, I'm telling you guys, I live in a teeny tiny fucking town. They're not going to do anything until something
Your
actually
town
happens.
is in a county.
I don't want to actually let it happen. Like, I'm not trying. It hurts when he hits me.
That
Like,
domestic shit went to the county.
His
Call
hands
the
are the
county.
size of my face.
She can't be this
I don't
stupid.
know.
Your fucking previous restraining order was
I don't
issued
know
by
what
the
to do.
county, not your township.
I don't know what to do.
Go to the county
And don't get it
victims
twisted, you guys. This is
advocate.
not me asking for money. It's not. Money ain't gonna help. Like, I'm just asking for Tiffany to please fucking stop messaging him and telling him fucking things. Love you guys too. I'm gonna try to figure something out. I'm gonna call my best friend because he's disabled my car. My car is disabled. He's gone in his car. So
There you
I'm
go.
gonna call my best friend, see if she'll come get me.
She'll be grifting for car money here soon.
There's the grift. Didn't need to say it.
She already said she needed a car part.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't see how me talking shit out here deserves for her to do what she's fucking doing right now. I appreciate you guys more than you know. And I can't believe at 51 years old, I'm finding myself in this relationship where, I mean, he has hurt me more in the 2-3 years I've been around him than any man has ever hurt me. And I can't believe I've let it go on as long as I have. But when you're in this situation and there's someone that you're really so fucking terrified of, you don't even want to breathe too hard because you're afraid he might take it the fucking wrong way. It's hard to fucking know what to do next. He's not a victim.
This sounds like her getting revenge on him for messaging Tiffany. This is what this is. She wants him to hear all this shit.
I mean, if they would just use common fucking sense.
That's why she keeps saying it would be Tiffany's fault. No, it would be you going live.
Where he comes from is less than a fucking 5-hour drive from where I live. Do y'all really think he couldn't have made it there if he wanted to?
If he's so dangerous.
Really? Think about it for a fucking second.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah,
I have taken him and dropped him off at the fucking bus station so many times.
Drop him off at the county courthouse.
And he comes back. One time he came back, walked back home, and busted my door in at 3 a.m. And my whole front door was busted in. Oh, great. Great. I'm going to go, guys.
Okay. So, couple things from this that I want to address. Where do I even begin? What in the hell?
No, ma'am.
Here's the thing about this entire situation. And this is the best advice that I can give to everybody that's involved in this in any way. Stop giving it air. Stop talking about it. Don't respond about it. Don't comment anywhere about it. Completely remove yourself from the situation, because that's what I'm going to do. Because just like I said earlier, this is going to go nowhere but somewhere bad. And just like I said in the title of this live, this is getting extremely dangerous. And not so much for, and I'm not talking about for her. I'm not talking about Scotty. I'm not talking about him. I'm talking about the entire situation. Because this has now put this entire community in a place as if it wasn't already bad enough to have to, everybody having to pick sides and everybody having to decide and everybody having to do this, that, and the other. So now not only is that the case, now, is that me making that noise? What is that making that noise?
Jax.
I just muted him. It ain't him.
Oh, maybe.
But as I said, this has, every one of us has been drugged into this. Well, and here's the thing about that, requester files. What is dangerous? This is what's dangerous. She has weaponized this entire situation to an entirely, in my personal opinion, mentally unwell community of people. And she has a lot more mentally unwell people in the circles that she runs in. Than we do over here. There are some absolute lunatics over there that she runs with. Or even if she doesn't run with them, they're in her chat. Nikki's the same. Look at this dude last night, whoever this stupid ass was that kept coming in trolling me, said he sent me pizza, he didn't. Said he could get information on anybody anywhere, and he's in Canada. The only thing that this situation has done is put Tiffany in danger from one of these psychos going after her, and me in danger again. Because last night she stated repeatedly that Tiffany and I were responsible for anything that happened. Now, today she's doubled down on Tiffany and she's not using me as much because I've backed away from the shit. There's a few things that have happened with this situation, and there's a few things that, well, and here's the thing, Requester Files. You said, I asked respectfully because if it were me in your shoes, I would just laugh at her for this. What would be the harm in playing her own words plus his own words? I'll tell you what would be the harm. You're playing into the hands of exactly what they want you to do. And I'm nobody's bitch. Unfortunately, I have entirely too much experience with people just like her. And I see right through every bit of it. There is I don't know how many times I have to say this. There's a reason for everything these people do. There's a reason for everything I do. I've said this more times than I can count. Every move I make, I think about it before I do it. You have to. Because of the caliber of people that you're dealing with. You can't take anything that anybody says at face value on this platform. And if you do, I'm not sure what you're doing here. Are y'all coming through the wall? Because here's the thing. Everybody on this platform in this little part of this place knows the history between her and him because she's been screaming it for a very long time. And I'm going to be honest with you. I want to kick myself in the ass for ever even mentioning this on my channel. Not that I give two fucks about the channel, because I don't. But because I let myself get involved in her bullshit, knowing exactly how it was going to end up. I've seen this shit happen time and time again. And Delta, I mean, you know, that can definitely be your opinion. I've seen it happen too many times. I agree she's a bad actress. Well, Sky Daddy, it's not going to matter if she hides her channel because I've already given them screen recordings of everything that she has said as far as her threats to me. They have a screen recording of her first live. They have a screen recording of her second live and multiple others that she's done where she's not only threatened me, but other people, where she's literally incited people to commit suicide. I've sent every one of those to them. They have all of it. There's not one thing that she's going to do to get out of what she threatened to do to me. And I know how easy it is when somebody has done horrific things to you to want to do it back to them. I'm very far past that. And quite frankly, I have no desire to get back at anybody because I am a firm believer in karma. And I know that everything that these people do and put out there will come back to them in one way or another. I may not get to see it happen, but it will. Absolutely. And the best thing that anybody could do from this community is walk away. Quit talking about it. Don't stream about it. Don't discuss it. Let it go. Let her deal with what she has created, because that's exactly what's happened. Nobody has caused this other than Scotty. Scotty is the reason that Every single bit of this is happening. No one else, Scotty. Tiffany's not responsible. I'm not responsible. Nobody else is responsible. The only person that is responsible for anything that happens to her by his hands is him.
Well, and there's a I can't remember who posted it. Somebody, I have to go back and look. But somebody was asking for Granny Fanny's whole name because they said they were going to make sure that everybody that was involved was going to be held responsible if something happens to her.
Well, that's perfectly fine and dandy, but saying that and threatening that on this platform means nothing. Look how many times that's been done.
That's what I'm saying. It doesn't work that way. If he does indeed do something to her, there ain't nothing. I mean, it's nobody's responsible for it but her, and but him. That's it. But yeah, I mean, walking away from it and not mentioning it anymore, it has two benefits.
No, that's a moral argument, not a legal argument.
Yeah. Well, I mean, two things. If you walk away, if you don't bring it up and not talk about it anymore and leave it alone, it's going to stop two things. It's going to stop her victimhood. And it's going to stop any grift she could possibly be doing at any point. And you're not giving. If you don't give it oxygen, like Tasha says all the time, then it can't work. It can't live.
Am I echoing, guys?
No.
A little bit. It sounds like you're doing arts and crafts.
Oh.
I don't hear it.
Well, not anymore, it doesn't. But it did right up until you said something.
Yeah, it did earlier, but not right now.
Okay.
It's fine now.
But you're not echoing, no.
No. Well, I agree. I think we should ice the bitch out and forget she ever existed.
Well, and I agree with you 100%. That's what I'm saying. You know, this, just listening to this and listening to the way that she's going on and on and on about this, she wants people to talk about it.
Mm-hmm.
She's looking for sympathy. She's looking for people to commiserate with her. She's looking for people to basically feed her ego with this situation and confirm that she's a victim and he's the bad guy, and yada yada yada. Tiffany's a bad person, she's a good person. All of the things that she's been trying to do from jump. This is exactly what she's doing now. And I'm not feeding into that bullshit. I shouldn't have ever done it to begin with. And I could kick myself in the ass for entertaining this at all. But here we are. So the only thing that I can do moving forward is take myself out of the equation. And that's exactly what I'm going to do. And here's why. Because she is going to continue to use this for as long as she can. And just as she said, she doesn't care who gets hurt in the process. She doesn't care that Tiffany has children at home. She doesn't care about any of this. And she certainly doesn't care about anybody. The only thing she cares about is anything that might possibly affect her. Which is why she is going so hard right now about this situation. Because she needs somebody else to take the blame for what is happening. A situation that literally she's been dealing with for how long, and that she's been out here talking about on this platform for how long, that now she wants somebody else to deal with. Why? Why all of a sudden? After she got the dude to come on here and talk to people. And if she's got all of this evidence against old boy, Why hasn't she called the police?
Yeah,
And
why go online and say things like he went over to my daughter's house claiming he was going to kill himself and
Exactly. And
embarrass the motherfucker?
why go online and tell everybody that she's got it instead of going to the police and saying, hey, this is what he's been doing. Help. Because, that makes sense and all.
I mean, that was a perfect opportunity. She said he left. He was gone from the house. Why didn't she have her friend, instead of like going and just doing whatever, have her friend come pick her up, take her straight to the police and say, hey, he's not at my house right now, but I'm afraid that he may come back and do X, Y, Z. Can you help me?
Help me. This
Yeah,
is the
and there's no
situation.
there's no such thing with him getting off scot-free when the police officer that heard him say, if this is true, the way she put it, that he was going to off you, then the police already have a report on this guy. He was already arrested. His charges don't leave their database. And she would sit in the police station. She'd show them and tell them all of this information she just said here, show the same pictures she let Nikki and them show and whatever. And within about an hour or two, a judge would sign off on a temporary restraining order. And even if they didn't go and arrest the guy, he would have to show up to either argue the restraining order or have it become permanent.
Yeah,
There'd be no, they're going to go arrest him and he'll come and kill me. I just go in there and just tell them what you just told everybody.
I'm not falling for her shit. I'm just not. And I'm also not going to allow my community to be manipulated into any of this, quite frankly. Been there, done that too many times. I'm not an idiot. I'm not stupid. I know how this shit works, and I know how these people work. And this is absolutely here's the thing. If she was indeed this scared for her life, and she had this video that she claimed she has of this old boy threatening her, the first thing she would have done is called the police, not went to YouTube. YouTube ain't gonna help you, but the police will. And if your town is as small as you say it is, they'd have been there real quick. So why are you on here trying to blame somebody in another state because she answered messages that you just admitted your boyfriend sent to her first? But I feel sure that the reason you don't want to call the police is because you're going to have to admit to your part in the fuckery that has happened in the last 48 hours. Because they're not going to take your claims of abuse too seriously when they find out that you admitted you were sitting there with him, giving him a hand job when he contacted Tiffany the first time. This same person that you are now claiming is to blame if anything happens to you. Because I'm pretty sure that anybody who has a brain cell that's working at any capacity realizes you are the reason he contacted her. So if you're truly this scared and he's truly this dangerous, why would you trigger him in that manner by involving him in some internet bullshit that you claim is of no consequence?
Why did she involve him to begin with from the way back whenever this shit went down and she was threatening you?
Well, that's because she uses him as a weapon and she weaponizes his skills. You heard she just did the same thing.
Well,
She literally just weaponized in, but in the abuse that he, according to her, inflicts upon her. She said the exact same thing. His hands are combat trained. When he hits me, it hurts. Because she weaponizes him in whatever way she sees it as an advantage. But
Well,
here's
she's
the
over there screaming at the top of her lungs, saying that Tiffany stopped telling him things that's going on here. Well, you dropped him in this weeks ago.
Well, it's not even so much that she dropped him in it, but the fact is, she's the reason he's here.
Well, that's what I'm saying.
Whether whether she introduced him to this place or he found it because she's on here, whatever. He's only here because she is. And the only reason that any of us know anything about him is because of her. And she can try to rewrite history as far as that goes till the cows come home. But that dog don't hunt. And it's not going to hunt with the FBI too. What I believe, and I truly believe, is that she knows she fucked up. She knows she fucked up by implicating him with me. And she knows she fucked up by talking about it to begin with. This is a way for her to be the victim in the entire situation.
Mm-hmm. Well, very well could be him trying to get out of the situation he knows he's got himself into because she has used him as a weapon.
I think it's her way. Well, and this is just from listening to the things that she said. She doesn't give two fucks about that man. Doesn't care what happens to him. I don't care what she says. She does not care anything about him. And she doesn't care that she used him and implicated him in anything to do with the threats that she made to me. What she cares about is covering her own ass. And this is an easy way out for her. At least that's what she thinks. Because she can claim that she's his victim. She can claim that Tiffany incited him. And I did too. And she didn't know any other way about it. He was there holding her hostage, telling her what to say. She didn't make those threats herself willingly. He told her what to say. He forced her to say it. He's the one that's really the terrible person. Look, he's been to jail 2 times already. Look, he's done this to my face, my fingers. My children are witnesses. I'm not the bad person. I'm a victim.
No,
that came in the middle of the conversation at the very end. Don't you remember? She said, "Oh, he just got home, or he's here, or whatever."
I know, but she's too stupid to realize that.
It's like when they catch the bank robber and he says, "Well, I had to do this, or they were going to kill my family."
Mm.
You know, it was the gang lords that told me I had to come in and rob the bank. She's trying to pass the buck on to someone else. I agree.
Exactly. And sorry, but that dog don't hunt here. Number one, I'm not falling for your bullshit. Everybody else might, not me. I see right through you, have from the beginning, which is why I don't fuck with you. And never have.
Natasha, just on a basic level, right? This is draining as fuck, all this talk, like every single night. And think of the people that are getting triggered in the chat, people that are watching. It's like,
well, that's exactly what I've been looking at. I've been seeing, like, I was literally watching the comments while that was playing, because y'all know I read my chat, and I was reading everything that everybody was saying, and I saw the reactions. I saw what people were thinking, and the only thing that she has done is further alienate herself from anybody that's decent.
Yeah.
Nobody wants to be a part of this shit. I haven't. Nobody that has a brain cell, anyhow. And I mean, Lord knows there's plenty of people who don't, but I'm just saying, nobody wants to listen to this shit all the time. or be involved in this shit all the time like this. Why would they?
No.
It's crazy talk. And why would they want to make themselves a target for these crazy ass people? I don't blame people for not talking in chat. I'll tell you right now, if I ever went to a community like this and I wasn't familiar with it, I wouldn't say a damn word listening to this shit. All these new folks coming over here from TikTok, they don't know what the fuck. And I don't blame them. This is a whole nother level of fuckery, the likes of which I've never in my life seen. You can't make this shit up. And that's the truth. And no, Scotty is not a victim at all. Quite the opposite, actually. She's the perpetrator in almost everything that happens. But she wants so badly for somebody to believe that she is a victim. Even though she portrays herself as, you know, some Billy badass on here in one breath, and then the next minute she's a perpetual victim. Everybody else is the problem. She does nothing wrong. Oh, woe is me. Here's the thing. If you were genuinely scared of this man, Scotty, you would shut the fuck up.
Amen. Amen.
Mm-hmm.
And anybody who's ever been in a situation like this knows that.
Yep, because I did everything and anything to keep her from. Like, I never talked bad about her to anybody, even though I had the best poker face. Like, we could have just been in a knockdown, drag out argument, and she done beat me around the head, but nobody would know it because I wasn't going to put that out there like that. You do anything to keep these people from coming at you, so you don't. That's not what you do. You don't air your business and the abuse in front of everybody.
And you certainly don't put them up to contacting your enemies or people who you perceive to be your enemies. For what reason? Why would you do that?
Well, wasn't she putting Tiff in danger by doing that?
Well, yeah, absolutely, because she made Tiffany his target.
Yep.
Now anything that comes out of this, whether it's the police or whatever, she's going to blame it on Tiffany because Tiffany tied her hands. So she went from being the victim to the abuser, which is exactly what she wanted. And she knows Tiffany's past history. She knows the things that trigger Tiffany, which is exactly why they contacted Tiffany. Because if it had genuinely been about him wanting his picture taken down off of the live stream, he would have contacted me because I'm the one that put it up there, not Tiffany. And Scotty also knows that ain't a damn soul in this place that tells me what to do. And I wouldn't have given two shits if Tiffany had told me to take it down. Because he asked her to. Which is exactly what I said that night. Something ain't right. Why is he contacting you? I smelled a rat from the beginning. I just didn't realize how big the rat was. No pun intended. And if anything else, I think this is a valuable lesson, or at least I hope it is for some. Don't play into their bullshit. If they message you, block and delete. No, Elaine, I'm not psychic. What I am, unfortunately, is versed in how these dumbasses work.
And I'm going to tell you another thing tonight. if Dickie, which we know she will, she'll go live about this, ranting and raving, and it needs to be ignored.
She was already live. She deleted it, but she was live earlier. I don't know what it was about.
It's gonna kick off, and when she does, we just need to ignore it. Act like it's
I'm not.
unignorable.
I'm not even. I'm not. I didn't give her any breath last night. I'm not giving her air tonight either. I'm about over her ass. Just honestly,
Find
I
50
can't.
different things to talk about that don't include that.
I can't hardly tolerate her at this point. Her voice just. Ugh.
It's like
And not only that, but it's just the same shit every night. She has absolutely nothing new to talk about. It's the same. It's the same. Oh my God. Did you see shit? Just like CJ said, she acts as if everything she reads is the first time she's seen it. And she's said it a gazillion times. Nobody cares. The people in your chat don't even care. The only thing they care
No, they
about.
don't. They talking to each other about other shit.
They're in there literally talking about me, making comments about shit that ain't got nothing to even do with what she's talking about. And then you have Wyoming, who's over here and over there at the same time. She's listening to everything or watching everything that's said here and listening while making dumbass comments over there. You know what? Maybe I'll talk about Wyoming tonight because she's an easy subject.
I got something to send you. You're gonna die laughing about it.
I just thought of something though. I want to say real quick too. So like everybody's still saying it too in chat how she's trying to blame Tiffany for all this and saying like she's the one that's going to provoke him and all this other shit and blah 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 blah. Imagine for a split second. Let's imagine that he did do something, okay, and he got arrested and he's in jail and he has to go for his arraignment and he has to go in front of the judge. Imagine if his public defender or his attorney tried to use that as his defense. Well, Your Honor, yeah, my client did this horrific act on this lady over here, but there's this chick in California on the internet that really drove him to do it. So can we just like indict her and let him off the hook, Your Honor? Not how it works. And Scotty, you fucking know it. So this is complete and utter fucking bullshit. You don't get to blame Tiffany for what somebody else does if you're the victim or if you're the fucking perpetrator. Doesn't work that way.
It's not the same thing you did, Scotty. It's not the murder for hire plot that you conspired on Natasha.
Right. That would be the only question a judge would ask. Well, did this chick from California offer him money or enter into some kind of contract for him to be doing this? No. She just said, no, Your Honor. She just said a whole bunch of stuff that provoked him. So it's her fault, not his. Okay, we're going to toss the case out. That's right. Yeah. No. Doesn't work for you either, Scotty.
I wouldn't even call it I guess it would be a provoke, but it was all truthful stuff. All she did was send him clips of things that she had been doing.
And either way, though, it still wouldn't matter. If you don't have some form of some freaking contract or, hey, I want to hire you to take this person out, that they become just like hearsay. I mean, it becomes irrelevant. It's not prudent to the freaking case.
Well, you can't blame somebody else. I mean, it isn't like she went to him and said, hey, this is what we're going to do. You know what I mean? She had a conversation with him. He been into her. She showed him some things that she'd been doing as to why people were doing and saying the things about him that they were. It was just that kind of exchange, and now they want to try to go after Natasha and Granny Fanny and her and anybody else that had any hatred in any of this.
You don't get convicted for motive. You get convicted for evidence and action. So whatever it is you're trying to paint up with his motive is all this person, that person's fault, doesn't fucking matter, and you know it, Scotty. Just shut up.
You're not gonna be able to
I don't think she knows how to do that.
No, she doesn't.
Natasha, I don't know about you, my darling, but I think we need a little bit of sweet cheeks loving tonight. I'm feeling low.
Yeah.
I have
I
to
need
make
to
sure I
wake
tell him
up.
that. He should be awake momentarily because I have a battle in 20 minutes and
And you
he
know
has
he ain't gonna
gloves.
miss that. He ain't missing that.
No, because he has gloves from earlier, so he should be. Um, I'm surprised he's not here
I
because he
don't know.
sent through arms.
I don't know. Speaking of Wyoming, what you said earlier, I was going to tell you. I don't know if you've heard the breaking news, but she's moving to somewhere else.
To the mountain.
Well, she said that her upstairs neighbors make too much noise because they have two small children, and she won't make they won't make them be quiet. So she's moving.
Whatever will we do?
Yeah. Forgot about the PJ man. I'll go and watch him for a little bit.
Oh yeah.
But he don't compare to sweet cheeks. No, 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 no. No. Don't kill
Oh my
anybody.
god. No, not many do that I have. It's not just his looks, but the
Oh
rest.
God, no, Rachel. No, Rachel.
Oh, for fuck's sake.
I think that's the best thing that could happen.
Nah, man.
I think that sounds like the absolute perfect
Lovely.
scenario.
You can't bring
I
your
do.
kids with you though, Scotty, because Wyoming don't like children.
Hey, what? Wyoming, Scotty, and all those knives? How long do you give them?
6
Well,
hours.
Right?
let me just say, and Lord forgive me, but I think that it might remedy some of our problems.
Well,
Yeah, because they'd be so engrossed with each other, they'd forget about us. Yeah.
Yep, that's it.
but maybe
Yeah.
Wyoming. Maybe this is Wyoming's way of coming out of the closet.
I think so. He'll never
very
love you like I can. With all my knives.
Could very well be. All right, y'all. I got to get off here so I can go get my live started. I've got a TikTok sponsored battle at 8 o'clock. So I don't know if this girl's going to show up or not. If not, then I'll be going to the other channel. But I have one, so I have to show up. But I'll be
Good
back here
luck.
when that's done. All right, y'all.
Bye.
Thank you, everybody. I will see y'all later.
Bye, y'all.